Welcome into the PHNX Sun Devil Show, brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, even leave a 5-star review. I'm Anthony Totri, joined as always on a Friday fun day by Shawn DePaz, Shane Diefenbach. Happy Friday, guys. Before we get into anything ASU related, obviously it is a big day in terms of stuff going on in America. As three male hosts for the show, I'm not going to sit here and act like we understand what you guys are going through. But again, as the three hosts of the show, want to say that we believe that every woman should get to decide what she would like to do with her own body. Leah is behind the desk producing us today. Leah, is there anything that you want to say?
Not really. I just don't really have anything to say right now. But sorry, I just don't. It's a really hard day. And I appreciate your guys' support.
Of course, guys. Anything before we move into ASU?
Nope. It's America for you. That's all I can really say.
Shane?
No, nothing really surprises me anymore of how ridiculous everything is. And as you said, I don't want to sit here and act like we know how it feels, because I'm just not in the position to. But as you said, we're here for support, and it's just a hard time to believe in things right now. Yeah,
of course. Tough to really transition out of that, but we'll do our best. Talking ASU football today, there was an article, Doug Haller, who always writes great stuff for The Athletic, kind of dove into the top 25 players at ASU in terms of football. So I got me thinking, there's been a lot of people going in and out lately, as we know. So why don't we figure out the top 5 offensive players for the Sun Devils and the top 5 defensive players for the Sun Devils? Shawn, I will start with you.
So are we doing this based off of like
expectation?
What we expect?
Yep.
I mean, number one, I feel like has to be Emory Jones. And I guess you just kind of.
Well, here's another thing. Actually, sorry.
No.
Is it expectation, or it's expectation, but is it combined by impact on the field or individual talent at their position?
Impact on the field.
Okay. So yeah,
Emory Jones. I mean, obviously it kind of starts the quarterback, and I mean he's gonna be the most dynamic player on this offense, I think. Next, am I going? I'm giving.
Yeah, go for you.
Next, I'll go. I'm 2-3 is kind of even for me, but it's Ngata and Valladay. I just feel like the rushing game is going to be so important, and again, in part because of what Emory Jones brings, that the rushing attack has an opportunity to be very dynamic, and I just feel like Ngata has such a high ceiling, but Valladay has proven that he can do this at a Division I level. Obviously not a Power 5 necessarily, but he was productive at Wyoming, and I think he could be productive here. Next, I am going to go. I'll go Cam Johnson, just because I feel like if he has an opportunity to be a number one receiver here, and with Emory Jones, obviously they didn't play together, but they played in the SEC together, and they talked before coming here. They seemed like their relationship together was going to go back just that much further than any of Emory's relationship with any of the other receivers.
Yeah.
And then at 5, I'll go. I realize I'm not giving any love to the offensive line here, but I just think there's too many questions about the offensive line. But at 5, I'll go Messiah Swinson. I know Elijah Badger is probably who a lot of people put in the top 5, but
I think you're just hanging around me too much. He hasn't proven anything.
But but I mean,
gotten the ball.
But potential to make an impact.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah,
but
sure.
Messiah Swinson with that size, I mean, you saw last year with Hodges, just like the obviously wasn't great, but had a decent impact as a tight end, and they utilized him a decent amount. I just think with the size he has, if he can produce, he'll be able to be super impactful and kind of bring a little dynamicism to the passing game as well.
Dynamicism?
That's a new word.
Is that a word?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, it is.
Dynamicism is not a word.
What did I say? Dynamicism?
Dynamicism.
It is a word.
Yeah, don't
No,
play
it's
with...
not. Dynamism. It's not dynamicism. It's dynamism.
But it means what he was trying to say.
Yeah, right.
Sort of. I don't know. Let's just.
I know words.
Good word of the day.
Thank you.
So that rounds out your top 5 offensive players.
Yes.
Okay. What do you think, Shane?
Yeah. One has to be Emory Jones if we're talking impact. 2, I'm going Valladay. I think Valladay is going to get the most carries.
Really?
Yeah. I think Ngata is going to be big, but I think Valladay is probably going to get the most carries. And then it's just so hard with this receiving room. If I'm going to pick the best receiver, I'm going to go Andre Johnson. I think Andre Johnson's going to be the number 1 guy.
Hot take.
Yeah, I think that is a little bit of a hot take.
Well, who do you think?
Cam Johnson.
Cam Johnson.
Really?
Yeah.
I just think new. I think
for the record, that is also who Holler has as his top receiver.
Okay.
On the list, which I didn't know until literally just now. But
I don't even have the article. I go Elijah Badger maybe behind him, but I'm not putting him in my top 5 just because I don't know. I think he has a potential to impact. I don't think he's a for sure thing like Emory is, and I think like Andre is. Hot take: Case Hatch.
Okay.
Very hot.
Just because he's been here.
Holler has him at 7.
Yeah, he's been here. I mean, if they want to do what we want them to do and be that power running type of school,
I love it.
You know, like Case Hatch is going to be have a big role. Again, guys, this dude broke 2 face masks last year just because of his pure vigor on the field, just because how much he likes to hit things.
So Holler has descriptions after each player. For Case Hatch, he wrote, "It simply comes down to this: good things happen when Hatch is on the field." That's all he had to say. And I feel like that's perfect.
Sometimes there's just those kinds of players.
Yeah, and I feel like that's kind of what Messiah Swinson can be too. Like, which is why I put him in my top 5. Like, even if he's not necessarily involved in a play, I feel like he can be the kind of guy that can help make good things happen.
So this is your number 5 now.
Yeah, number 5. I'm either going an offensive lineman like LDE. No, I have to go Elijah Badger. I just
no Ngata.
No,
that's crazy.
I mean, Ngata is going. It just comes down to who's going to get the most carries, and I think it's going to be Valladay.
I agree with you. Yeah.
And so if we're talking impact, like I'm not going to give 2 running backs to be the 2 most impactful players. I can see them definitely running, a 2 running back side like they have in the past, but again, the offense is changing. You don't have the same coordinator.
Yeah. Do you think we're going to end up in a situation? Obviously, not to the extreme that we saw last year, but do you think we're going to end up seeing a situation where one running back is a clear number 1, or do you think we're going to?
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
It's going to be a 2-headed monster.
Yeah, but
I think it's better.
3-headed monster, really, with Emory.
Yeah.
Well, 4 with Tevin White.
5 with Case Hatch.
I mean, do we have the best running back room in college football?
I thought we did last year. I really thought we did last year.
There is a lot of talent. There is significant talent. And the fun thing about the ASU running back room is that aside from the amount of burritos they consume as a unit,
and that one unit is coming through one source.
Just Daniel Ngata. The style of play of all of these running backs is somewhat different.
That's why last year could have been so fun. That's why this year could have been so fun. Because you had the 2 change of pace backs.
No. Not could have. Can be.
No, it could have been because
No, this year can be.
No, but it could have been because Chip Trainum's gone. I'm saying
this
still can be, but I'm saying last year you had Rashad White, who was a speedy receiving back who was patient and fantastic, and then you go to your number 2 guy who's more like a 3rd down back in Chip Trainum, who will run you over,
a literal linebacker,
who will run you over, and then you even had Daniel Ngata, who proved that he could play even when nobody was injured. He would get touches in the 4th quarter when people were tired. And now you're switching it up, not in the worst way. You're getting a big dude in Xavier Valladay, and you're getting more experienced Daniel Ngata back. So yeah, it can be fun, but you're never going to go back to Rashad White and Chip Trainum.
Yeah.
You're just not. And Chip had such a tough break with injuries too. I mean, Chip was supposed to be the number 1 guy last year.
Yeah.
Rashad White was supposed to be 2. And then obviously Rashad White exceeded expectations more than Chip Trainum lowered his, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. So I think this offense, we can look back at the end of the year and there could be 5 different people instead of what we thought. Maybe Emory excluded, barring anything injury related. But yeah, you could see Andre Johnson kind of fizzle out and Brian Thompson become the guy because they loved to get Brian Thompson involved last year. You could see
Chad Johnson.
Yeah, you could. And then obviously Cam Johnson, as Shawn said. Doug, where Doug have Cam?
Doug had Cam. Sorry, 1 second. Doug had Cam as his top receiver. He had him at 4.
Gotcha.
At 4. So yeah, he went. His top 5 were Emory Jones, Ladarius Henderson, which, like I said, Ladarius deserves to be in the top 5.
Yeah.
I just think it was hard with all the linemen. And then Valladay, Cam Johnson at 4, like I said, and then Ben Scott off in the line at 5. Badger 6, Hatch 7.
Badger 6?
Yeah. Emmett Bowl at 8, Daniel Ngata at 9, and Messiah Swinton at 10.
Where's Valladay?
3.
Yeah, I'm going Jones, Ngata, Valladay, Johnson, and then...
You guys really think Valladay and Ngata are going to share 50-50?
I think it...
I don't know about exactly 50-50.
I think it's going to really depend on the opponent.
But you think Ngata is going to get more carries than Valladay?
I think it's going to be really close. I honestly don't think there's going to be, like, in terms of carries, unless somebody gets hurt, I could definitely see these guys getting each 10, 12 carries a game.
Yeah, that's why I said that's their kind of... I think I agree with you. I think Valladay will ultimately be
the lead back,
the guy, but I think they're very much in my eyes a 2A, 2B, behind Emory.
No, I don't think Ngata's far behind whatsoever. But putting in my top 5, I just couldn't get 2 running backs in there because I wanted to fit. I mean, I had trouble deciding between Badger and LD. Like I didn't want to have to decide again.
And then I'm gonna go Des Holmes at 5, the Penn State guy. I think just what he brings to the table in terms of transferring from Penn State, the experience that he has.
Emory's right-handed, right? He's not left-handed.
I believe he's right-handed.
Okay, good.
Playing, against the opponents that he did, and then moving over to the ASU offensive line, a guy at 6'5", 310. I think he's going to be a dominant player this season. But we'll see what happens.
So on their depth chart right now, they have Glass listed as 1 and Emmett Bowl listed as 2 for left tackle.
Yeah.
I wonder if Emmett Bowl tries to. Well, I don't think there's really any room for him. No, because you have Glass left tackle, LD left guard. Only 1 center on the roster right now, and Ben Scott. And I think that's why he's probably going to be really impactful. Chris Martinez at right guard and the Des Holmes at right tackle. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting to see.
You got Bowl and you have Joe. We didn't even talk about Joey Ramos, who transferred after spring ball.
Yeah.
I think the offensive line is going to be – I think we're going to see kind of a short leash with the people, because I think that was – obviously, we talked about it much, but I guess we didn't really talk about it, but how you can't really take much from the spring showcase.
Really?
But that was one thing you kind of did see, is that they didn't the offensive line didn't look very good in the spring showcase.
Yeah, but I also think there are a lot of questions, as we said, but I don't think it's like it can be terrible. Like, I think there's a lot of questions, and I think it'll be fine.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's going to be awful.
But that's part of why I think there will be a short leash, because I don't know if anyone, with the exception of Henderson, if there's anyone that's or in some of those positions where there's questions, you got multiple guys who could be effective in the position. So
I think your guards are pretty set.
Yeah. But on the outside,
your center.
Yeah. But on the tackles, if someone's not playing well, someone's giving up dumb penalties, you might see someone else get an opportunity.
Holy shit. I literally scrubbed that from my mind. I forgot how plagued by penalties this team was last year. Oh my God. Do you guys remember? Was it the Washington game where they had 3 straight false starts? It was unbelievable.
It's pathetic.
It was. I'm not ready anymore. I thought I was ready for a Super Bowl. I'm not.
We just saw Shane lose his mind for a second with his laugh.
I'm not kidding. I scrubbed it from my memory. I forgot. Literally, they led the Pac-12, and it wasn't even close.
They were one of the worst teams in the...
They were the most penalty team in the NCAA for 5 weeks.
Yeah. Which is just, it's stupid. It's a stupid thing to be known for, but that's what ASU...
I trust there will be penalties / penalty yards by the numbers.
I remember, this is so funny. Again, scrubbed from my memory. I think 3 or 4 weeks in, ASU, the first 4 games, I want to say, it was just penalty after penalty after penalty. And then they won a game, I forget who it was against, and they only had 10 penalties.
Only?
Yeah. Because they were averaging 15, 16. So the title of it was ASU plays a cleaner game, Devils to victory, whatever it was. And I got flamed by this old dude in the I assume he's old because whippersnappers don't know about good football. Commented and was like, ASU played a cleaner game. They had 10, but I'm like, yeah, cleaner.
Cleaner.
My God. All right, let's move over to the defensive side of the ball.
I want to see what Shane has to say about this.
We'll start with Shane then. For
number one's got to be Merlin for me.
Yeah.
Just a guy who's been here, done that.
For a while.
Yeah. And, had one play that I feel like people won't let go with the interception that he ended up fumbling. That is something that he got trashed for. And I'm like, do you not remember what he's been doing? This is a guy who's been here for 5 years because he's a redshirt senior and has started for so long. I remember, like, before I even knew who he was, when I was at ASU still, I was like, damn, 8 is good.
He's not a redshirt, is he?
Yeah.
He started his freshman year.
It says he's a redshirt senior.
I was pretty sure he
I
started.
think he started as a redshirt freshman. But yeah, I think he did start as a true freshman.
Yeah, because he broke the tackle record.
Yeah. COVID year?
Yeah, it might be a COVID year.
Might be what the redshirt means. Yeah. So he's been here, and this is a guy who's going to need to command the offense with his number 2 and Kyle Soley. I think Kyle Soley is the next impact guy. That linebacking core, as we've said, nobody really is going to play a Mike Will Sam role. I think you're going to see a lot of switching. I think Soley's mainly going to be the Mike.
Yeah.
I think we're pretty clear on that. But you're going to see a lot of movement with Merlin. Merlin can play a lot of positions. He's built like a defensive end almost.
Yeah, I want to see him come off the edge.
Yeah, and he does. But he's also excellent in coverage for his size. So yeah, Merlin and then Soley, and it's 1A, 1B. It's very close.
Yeah.
3, I'm going Jordan Clark, just because he has to fill the role of what has left by Chase Lucas and Jack Jones, and he's also been here. He'll probably be more in a nickel role, I would say, this year. I don't think we're going to see him mainly on guys press coverage or anything. I think he's mainly going to be a roamer. And then this is where you get a little scary, because there's a lot of names you can throw out there, and I'm high on guys like BJ Green, and I know Shawn's high on guys like Nessa Jade Silvera. But the questions are in the secondary. So I got to go with Keon Markham as my 4th. Is it 4?
Yep.
Just because of what he's going to be asked to do this year. But I don't know how much. There's been a lot of talk about Kaywan, his brother, playing well too. So
both the Markham brothers.
Yeah, but I think Keon's going to be the one that they're going to focus in on, the younger one. Yeah, I'll go with BJ Green as my last one. They need a guy that's going to be able to come off the edge and make noise. And I know he's a tackle, but
he has a good story too.
Yeah, great story. And you're losing guys like Tyler Johnson and disruptors on the line. You need a disruptor, and BJ Green can be that guy. So I'm going to go with him as 5.
Yeah. I mean, before you go, Shawn, that's my exact 5.
Is it really?
Yeah. So I think after those 5, you could argue Nesta Jade Silvera. And you could also argue the other
I'm excited to
Markham
hear
brother.
I'm scared.
I don't think Doug did he do defense too? Did
he put out? He just did top 25.
Oh.
I thought it was just top 25 offense.
It might have been just top 25 offense. That's crazy though that he had 25 offensive players that you could even rank.
There are probably 25 offensive players on the roster.
Total, yeah. I think there's a clear 5 that will run the show for the defense. Everybody else is, potential contributors, but I just think those first 5 that we talked about, there is a lot of pressure. I know BJ Green obviously getting on scholarship.
There are exactly 25 players.
And it is top 25 offensive players.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I think you could argue that there's not a lot of pressure on BJ Green because he's just got put on scholarship, but he played so well last season.
Yeah, the latter part for sure.
And like you said, there are a lot of defensive players that did leave.
Yep.
They're going to need somebody to fill the pass rushing
void. From one good story to the next, Tyler Johnson to him, man. It only makes sense. Yeah. Obviously, he's not an end, but yeah.
I'm here for it. But yeah, those are my 5. What are you thinking?
I'm going Solely first only because I just think that there's so much turnover in this defense. The leadership he provides is ultimately could end up being more important than any actual on-field performance. Yeah. And then Merlin too. Like you said, I think it's a pretty clear 1A, 1B. And then this is like you said, I'm very high on Nesta, and I might be buying a little bit too much into the hype that but his teammates that have given him, saying that he could have been the best player on that defense last year, that Miami defense. So I kind of want to put him in there just based off of what he could be. but it's hard. I think he's kind of he's like positionless in this top 5. I think he could end up being
a floater.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a floater. And then I'll agree with the Markham at, I guess I'll put him 3. I'll put Nesta at 4, only because I think, like we've talked about, the secondary has so many questions that I need someone to step up. Like, it has got to be someone that's going to be the person. Maybe it can be him. And then I'll go Green at 5.
So no Clark in your top 5.
I mean, yeah, it's yes. The problem is that there's so many, like I said, there's so many questions on the defense that I just don't know where to put people. And like I said, I want to put Nesta in there only because what I think he can be, but like realistically, Nesta probably shouldn't be in the top 5 only because we don't really have any clue.
Yeah, he didn't play spring at all either. But again, you saw what his former teammates had to say, that he was the best defender on that Miami defense. Now take that with a grain of salt. It's an ACC defense.
Hey, no, this isn't the Big 12.
ACC is not great in terms of really anything outside of Clemson.
Last year was tough for the ACC. It was not great for the ACC.
You had Clemson, Pitt, and then North Carolina. No, didn't have a defense.
You had Pitt and then North Carolina. Like, Clemson finished third.
Clemson, well, historically, normally.
Oh,
normally
yeah.
Clemson was a very good 30 though.
Hey,
like they had a terrible quarterback.
Put some respect on the Syracuse University Orange football team.
DJ Uiagalelei, okay? He was horrible. He was horrible last year.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Well, I know because
I know you, but still, it was really good.
Thank you. Had to say his name a lot in 1 week.
Do that again.
DJ Uiagalelei.
Dude,
that's money.
It's effortless with this guy.
Okay.
Can you say Tua's last name?
Tua Tagovailoa?
Yeah, that's money.
Yeah, that one's an easy one though.
What's his brother's name?
I don't know his brother's name.
It's
like Tuale or something.
Tuale, yeah, Tuali or something like that. It's also a T.
I love him. I love that Maryland team. He's not in Maryland anymore though, right?
No, he transferred. I thought he's no longer a Terrapin.
Talia,
where did he transfer?
Let's see. Keep talking.
I for some reason I want to say like it's like a Utah school, but I don't think that's right at all. I
wouldn't be surprised.
I feel like I'm just completely making that up.
Well, Shane does that. If you're watching, obviously, if you're on your audio, you're not watching us, but we are drinking.
No, he still plays for Maryland.
He still plays for Maryland.
Why did I think he transferred?
I don't know.
I thought he transferred too, honestly.
I made so much coin off of him one night when they were playing BYU. I want to say, it was amazing.
Well, we are drinking some peach golden ales, and it literally tastes like I stuck a straw in a peach.
Before the show, it tastes like I'm drinking a peach.
Well, man, it's true.
It's kid at a candy shop.
But there are beers that they like, not necessarily Four Peaks, but other brewing companies
that are overwhelming.
Yeah, well, that or they advertise it as like, get like a green apple banana strawberry
it was
flavor.
Like
and it's like,
I think I had, what was it, like the Natty Light seltzers? They have like the peach.
Why are you drinking Natty Light?
No. Well, that's my point.
Like, actually, I can't say anything because I tried the Bang seltzers. Honestly,
Bang makes seltzers?
Fire.
Stop it.
Bang, there's
only one of them is good. The rest of them are terrible.
What I was trying to say.
Caffeine in them?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Sorry, Shawn.
What I was trying to say is that they have like a peach seltzer, and it tastes like it's so bad, like it's just so overwhelmingly like candy flavors. This tastes like actual peach.
They're too sweet.
Yeah, but this tastes like legitimate, like
you get the perfect peach and the perfect amount of beer.
Yeah, they squeeze the peach into it.
Yeah.
I'm drinking Four Peaks. I burped.
Well done, Four Peaks. Highly encourage you guys if you're going to be drinking this weekend. Head out to their brewery out in Tempe. Go get a brew.
And then go back next Wednesday when we're there.
Yes, that is true. But you do got to be 21 or older, and please drink responsibly.
I feel like we haven't talked about that enough. We're doing all of our shows from...
I talked about it on Bets today.
Well, no, but I'm saying we...
Is Bets doing it from there too?
Everyone.
Every
single PHNX.
You're going to be there all day.
I'm pretty sure they open at 11. So drive out to Tempe, post up at Four Peaks, and stay there all day.
You've heard of First Fridays. What about last Wednesdays? Last Wednesday of every single month, PHNX will be doing every single show on the last Wednesday of each month, starting next Wednesday.
Is there like
Wednesday.
A synonym for last that starts with a W?
Oh yeah, we'll think about it.
Well, yeah, we'll work on it. We'll workshop it. Willy Wonka Wednesdays.
West.
Perfect.
Last Wednesdays.
Bro. Okay. Elmer Fudd. Silly Wabbit.
Oh man.
4 Peaks are for everyone 21 and plus. Drink responsibly.
Okay. we brought it up at the start of the show, the Roe versus Wade stuff, but I do want to kind of continue. It is a tough day for a lot of people. So I thought, why not show as much love as we possibly can for the ASU women's sports today? Because there are some fucking phenomenal teams, some phenomenal athletes. So everybody here has got an athlete specifically and a team specifically that will give some love to. Shawn, I will start with you.
This is someone I had mentioned before, but I feel like I don't know if it's Jordan or Jordine. It's Jordine, I think. Jorinde, Van Klinken, track and field from the Netherlands, but she is like someone that I feel like even we don't do a good enough job talking about, because she is like the most dominant shot put / discus woman in the NCAA. Like, I think she has 4 straight championships, but I know she just won a championship this year in discus, I believe. But she's just a woman that has been literally dominating her craft and doesn't get any attention for it, in part because it's people don't give enough attention to track and field, but they also don't give enough attention to female athletes. So she is definitely someone that I feel like deserves a little more love. She is badass. She's dominant.
She's a fucking badass.
Indeed.
For my athlete, I'm going to go, I mean, we saw what she did just the last month of the season, but Yanira Acuna, she's one of the best softball players in the country in my mind. She was voted the NCAA Most Improved Player. She was a second-team All-American. She was ASU's most consistent player on a team that was, again, a win away from going to the Women's College World Series. Again, someone who, despite all the turmoil that's gone on over the offseason, as of now is still going to be playing for the Sun Devils next year. You talk about, what's it called? Van Klinken not getting enough, like, that's the sport not getting enough respect. I feel like up until recently, we haven't seen that with softball as well.
Yeah, they don't get enough respect from the school.
Yeah. So, I mean, shout out Yanira Acuna for just kicking ass and literally everything she does.
I'm going to cheat a little bit, but first my player is Jaden Simmons because of how much she's going to have to step into this year in that basketball team. And I had the opportunity to talk with her a couple months ago, and she's just a fantastic woman. I had a lot of good things to say, really mature for her age. She's going into her junior year, I believe, and just a supreme talent on the court. But, I mean, you can't just shout out one for me. Even though she's not here anymore, CTT, how much impact she had, not only on her players, but the school, on people that covered it, on me
women's
basketball, women in general. She's just such a fantastic role model, and just the way she carries herself and puts out for others, and she's just one of my all-time favorite people ever. I really you can't say enough about Charlie Turner Thorne. And then piggybacking off what Todri said, just the entire women's softball team, even the players that aren't here anymore, just how much fun we had covering the team, how much passion they showed on the field, how willing they were to talk to us about the sport, and just how happy they were playing it. And it showed in the interviews, and just being able to cover that was one of the most special moments of my career, essentially. Like that, it was genuinely. I told you guys multiple times, it was the most fun I've ever had covering a sport. And and it couldn't have been that way without the product that I was on the field, but also the personalities that we were able to root for and cover. So
it was a bomb fucking team.
It was a really fun
time. For my team, I'm gonna go a little bit out of the box here, and I'm gonna go the communications department in this, like, for the sports, because I feel like everyone talks about the athletes, the coaches, the program as a whole, but SIDs get left out a little bit. Obviously, Mark Brand, Doug Tamaro do a phenomenal job, and I feel like they get a lot of credit, but there are a lot of SIDs that don't, and there's only a handful of SIDs that actually work at ASU. Paige Shacklet, Kimberly Hanner, Liesl Babica. Let's see, I feel like I'm missing one. Let's see. Nope, those are the 3. And they do multiple sports. It's not like they're just on football or they're just on basketball. Like, they
work so damn hard.
So damn hard. They make it so not only us, but everyone else in the media is getting taken care of with what they need. The athletes are getting taken care of. So shout out to them, because they do a phenomenal job, and there's not enough of them doing this job. So shout out to them.
Yeah. Team for me is lacrosse. I feel like that's another thing where like they made history for the school. Like they got to a Pac-12 championship for the first time. Everything they accomplished this year didn't get nearly enough attention. And it's just one of those things where it's like, again, even I don't think gave them the attention they deserve. Like it's one of those things where like they did what most of the other teams, men and women, weren't able to achieve at this school. Well, especially the fucking men. Men haven't won anything, but like they got the job done while no one was giving them any attention or giving them probably like the resources they deserve, the love they deserve.
I feel like we're talking about them like they're dead. I just want to preface, like, we need the energy up on the show a little bit.
No, but I just mean like they are spectacular. Like it's they're why you should be proud to be a Sun Devil is because of the things that they've accomplished.
If you're looking for success and not finding it, you're most likely
looking in the wrong place. Exactly.
Yeah, because there are a lot of, I mean, we saw it again. We bring it up every show, but the softball team is a great example of that.
Yeah.
Like when baseball was struggling, basketball was over, football was, losing players every single day. The softball team was sitting there kicking everyone's ass and
hitting bombs, making us go doof, doof.
It's electric, absolutely electric. But guys, there's a big game on tonight.
Speaking of electric.
Oh no, the Lightning aren't gonna do it, dude.
Oh no, I'm just saying that they are playing.
No, they are playing.
Yeah.
Are you taking the Lightning or are you taking?
I did on the Bets show, but I prefaced it by saying, did you see who was on the Bets show with me? Leah was on Bets today? She had real analysis about hockey, unlike what my co-host can give me.
Johnny I thought you were going to take a shot at me.
No, but she did give better analysis than you.
I would hope so.
It would make sense.
Johnny even supported you in the poll yesterday.
Yeah, that's because I asked him to.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't ask the Suns to do that. I swear to God.
Well, that's what started the war. That's what started the war.
We are not going down this rabbit hole.
We have to at some point.
This rabbit hole.
Hold on.
The rabbit hole?
The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in this situation was your grandpa. That's all I'm going to say.
Was my grandpa? I feel like I should call him right now. No. Like, do you know he started a war at PHNX? Well, the saddest part about it all was before the war started, Shawn was in a healthy lead. Shawn you were winning by a good amount. And then I get a phone call from Shane after we record the audio episode about, I got bots and you're texting people.
There was a 10-vote swing in 5 minutes and they were all for Totri, and then his grandpa commented.
Listen.
Let that
everyone's salty because my grandpa has a Twitter. It is what it is.
Listen,
okay?
These two are over here bickering. I'm the one that lost and has to face the punishment. And I'm going to take it on the chin.
I didn't care about losing.
I just care about the reason you lost. I just want you to know that Espo is the reason that you lost.
Espo is the puppet master behind all of this.
I like this conversation better when we were talking about how great I was on bets.
I
don't know how we spiraled into
I don't
this.
really know if this has any actual historic accuracy, but I feel like what Luxembourg probably felt like during the World Wars, they were just kind of there and they suffered. Denmark? I don't really know much about.
Switzerland?
Yeah, no. Switzerland.
No, they were neutral and they weren't really affected by it. I'm talking about a country that was
inside a country
that was just there and kind of got fucked over, even though they really had nothing to do.
Nice. That's good.
I feel like I'm just sitting here.
I don't know how much they did, but they're very small.
Don't act like you're innocent. Like you didn't quote.
I was a victim.
You didn't abuse the Coyotes beat account Twitter.
Oh yeah, Leah just full blown snitching on me. In the chat, there's no reason.
Please, you snitched on me the week before.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm taking the Avs.
Madness.
As I was saying, Leah brought up a very good point about the power play. I thought I was being smart when I was talking about how tired people get because I was trying to appeal to the casual hockey fan, saying when you're out there for 2+ minutes, your legs get tired, and that's why the Avs can be so successful in the power play, as Leah described them suffocating. But then she pulls out they're also the away team, which means they have what did you describe it as?
They have the long change in the first and third period.
In the first and third period, so the bench is further from the for the defensive zone.
So the Lightning are at a disadvantage on the first and third
Which is
periods.
something I'd never thought of.
And especially on the power play, it's harder to change. And the Colorado Avalanche power play is oppressive. So it's really, really hard to clear the puck. So you either have to clear the puck or have your goalie make a save to get a change on the penalty kill. So look for that in the first and third periods if you're live betting.
I feel like the Lightning
that was some good fucking analysis.
It's almost like she knows hockey better than anybody at this company.
Yeah, it's like she hosts the Coyote Show or something.
The Lightning struggled to like get the puck out of to clear the puck against the Avs power play in that game 4, right?
Yeah.
So
I just want to know what the hell happened when I checked the ESPN app and see the Lightning were up 17-2 in shots, and then I checked the ESPN app when I was at the charity event and I see it's 26-25 at like 10 minutes later.
parlay Avs puck line and McKinnon anytime goal because McKinnon is going to cement his.
I got McKinnon, Kucherov in the over.
I'm teasing it. Oh yeah, I'm taking the over and I'm teasing it. Give me the Avs -2.5. I think they're gonna kill him tonight.
That is
I don't hate that. I don't hate that honestly
hockey.
Because I think what's gonna happen.
What's gonna happen? Hockey bet.
They're like if the Avs are up like 4-2 or something with like 3 minutes left, then.
I literally said this on the bet show. The reason why
I'm
I'm taking the over, I think the Avs are going to win. I can't back away from Lightning money line, but I think the Avs are going to win, and I think they're going to win in fun Avs fashion where they just score. So I don't hate that at all.
Well, I mean, I just it's a win or lose the cup game.
Yeah, so you got to pull a goal.
We're gonna pull a goal.
Yeah, I love that.
It is what it
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app.
Use promo code PHNX.
New customers can bet $5 on either NHL team to win the game and get $100 in free bets no matter what. That's code PHNX at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the Stanley Cup Final. Got to be 21 or older. Arizona only. New customers only a minimum of a $5 deposit. Restrictions apply. See show notes for more details. Guys, that might have been our longest ad read from start to finish.
I don't think it's even. I don't think it's top 5.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You're lucky we didn't start doing ad libs.
Well, the ad read technically started before we even talked about the game. Like we were talking about you losing the bet.
He lost.
He goes.
Before we get to hot or not, nice, Shawn.
I forgot today's Friday.
Yeah. So
I was like, what else do we have to do?
Shawn lost the holidays vote.
Ridiculous.
So he didn't have a costume on hand because Shawn works hard here at PHNX and he was working all day yesterday.
It was so funny though. So I texted him this morning, right?
Yeah.
I texted Shawn this morning and I said, "Don't forget your costume. What are you gonna wear?" And he was like, "Dude, I don't have a costume," because we were both here until like 11 o'clock almost last night, or like 10 o'clock last night. And there was a quick turnaround, get back to the office at 10 a.m. So he was like, "I didn't have time to get a costume." And I was kind of dumbfounded by that because I was like, "How do you not have a costume?" And I was like, "I'm pretty weird for having like all of my Halloween costumes still in my closet."
Like it's a you thing, not a Shawn thing.
Yeah.
So
I still have a bunch of them.
We postponed it. Shawn will be dressing up for our Monday show in a costume, and I'm very tempted to just get a guest for Monday.
No.
Just so
I will say you can't just wear a cowboy hat.
No, I wasn't gonna just wear a cowboy hat. If I dress up as a cowboy, it's gonna be bandana, tucked in shirt, all that, all 9 yards.
You're gonna ride one of those little horsies on a stick?
Maybe. If I can find one.
Dude, we should go out with that.
Is it too early to tell the people what we're drafting next week? Because I don't think Shane knew about the punishment that I told you about.
Okay, well
I don't know about the draft next week either.
Well, we're gonna be at Four Peaks. Like
Are you guys?
I said this to you.
We're
I
best
said this
friends.
to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, clearly you guys are. He's not friends with me.
I said what we were gonna.
It is my birthday
Here
weekend.
we go.
Shawn won't even come out next.
Your
tomorrow.
birthday's on July 3rd, and it's the 24th
and
right
I'm
now.
gone.
So you can't say it's your birthday weekend. It's not. It's the weekend that you're choosing to celebrate your birthday, maybe, but it's not your birthday weekend.
That does make that you are obligated.
It's
if
my
you are
work
a friend.
birthday weekend.
Well, you only value us as. Like,
I was trying to go golfing with you tomorrow.
I'm down.
Let's go.
Okay.
Get the tea time.
I told Totri to.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but why does Totri gotta fucking do it?
You're the host.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Shit. I'll make Emma do it.
Next, we're gonna draft bar foods because we're gonna be at Four Peaks.
I remember this.
Four Peaks, by the way, terrific food. And I said that the loser should have to eat some kind of like atomic wings on the show, like just
yeah,
like super spice.
Wait,
throughout the show, from start to finish, you have to finish the wings.
How would you lose? Oh, loser. Wait.
If you lose, you have to eat atomic wings
on that specific show.
When we do the punishment, we have to do the atomic wings on the show. You have to eat atomic wings.
Oh, like the next Wednesday, or the
next
next
show that all three of us are on.
No, not at Four Peaks.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if Four Peaks has atomic wings.
I'm sure they do.
Just you have to get atomic wings somewhere, and you have to eat them either Friday.
I mean, I'm about it.
Okay. Cool. Well, yeah, that is what we will be doing.
Don't touch your eyes. I've done that before.
Yeah.
Next week.
Get some milk.
I've had something in my eye literally this whole show.
He needs some milk.
Bugging the hell out of me. But let's
a
move
milk
on
drinker,
to
Totri?
talk. What?
You a milk drinker?
No, fuck milk, bro.
Yeah, I agree with you. I hate
Milk's
milk.
dumb. Why are we drinking out of animals' titties, bro? We shouldn't be doing that.
I wasn't gonna put it like that, but facts.
I mean, why? Well, come on now.
You like cheese though, no?
Yeah, from time to time. I'm lactose.
Okay, so Totri is not the hot one this week, so let's get into
Damn.
it.
Damn, why? What'd I do?
Because you're talking
Is it
about
the
cow
milk
titties
titties?
out here. What are we
So-
doing?
You brought
I'm
him
just-
drinking milk, bro.
I'm
Cow
just gonna-
titties on a Friday.
I'm just gonna push this forward.
Oh,
Head down, truck on.
Shawn Hot. I thought of such a good band name.
Shawn.
Daycare Mosh Pit.
Oh yeah.
Or Mosh Pit at the daycare.
No, I like daycare.
No,
mosh
that
pit
one's
better.
scary.
Yeah.
That one's a little scary.
Because daycare mosh pit sounds like a mosh pit of kids. A mosh pit at a daycare sounds
Sounds
like a
like
rock concert took over a daycare.
Yeah,
and they're having...
after all the kids left at night.
Oh, I was thinking while the kids were
Oh,
there,
no.
but that's why it sounds
Why else
scary.
would you be at a daycare?
Build those blocks. Ooh, finger paintings.
Okay, Leah. Hot or not?
Did you forget your bottle?
Yeah, and I'm getting shit for
Okay.
cow titties.
God.
I'm getting shit for cow titties. He's screaming at a daycare.
Well,
Sean's spilling his beer.
Sean was the hot one, and he's being the least chaotic right now. Okay.
He just spilled all over him.
It's
I have
okay.
beer all
That
over
somehow
my
was the least chaotic. Okay, first topic, and this came up in the office the other day. So, speakeasies, hot or not?
So ice cold.
So what?
Yeah, I knew you were gonna. You're
What?
such a speakeasy guy. I'm just not here for the gimmicks. Like, I
If they
gotta
were-
find a special door for some guy in suspenders to make me a special drink. Just give me
Well,
tequila and soda.
Okay, hold on,
and
hold
actual good
on.
music.
Not all speakeasies are like that.
Okay, fair.
But the environment and the ambiance you get on some of them are super cool. Very fun, but they're not worth a $15 cocktail. Sometimes they're very good, sure. And if I want a super fantastic, I'd say, we're not allowed to do, fine, right? We're not allowed to do lukewarm. It
No,
has to be
it's hot
hot
or not.
I'm going to go not. Just
Yeah.
Because
man.
I don't do it.
But
I
my
understand
thing is
the
just, like,
appeal.
Because like we were talking about this the other day, and Jacob was like, "Well, when you go to a speakeasy, you have a guy that's been doing this for 15 years, making you a real drink." And I'm like, "I don't need that. I just
need
need some.
well
I need
tequila
some
soda."
girl who's working part time to pay her way through college to give me way too much tequila and
Yeah.
a little bit of soda in a plastic cup. That's all I need. I don't need." Some fucking twirly mustache dude making me some fucking drink that was popular when I don't even know.
Nelly
Like,
Furtado was popping.
no, I was gonna say something.
I could fuck up a frittata right now.
No, not egg.
No, I'm saying I could fuck up a frittata right now, bro.
At first, I thought you said I could fuck up a frittado, and I was just like,
No. Wait, what'd you say? Did you not say frittata?
"No, oh my god."
What'd you say,
She
bro?
said
Nelly
Nelly
Furtado.
Furtado.
Oh.
That's what I thought he said for you
Oh
for frittata.
my god.
Let's move on.
Okay, are we on to the next one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
forgot about that.
Okay, hot or not? S'mores.
Wait. Oh
What?
yeah, never mind. S'mores?
Yeah.
The act of s'mores or eating s'mores?
It's just
Because
s'mores.
you have to get there. Like there's a process.
I like the
S'mores.
process though.
I love the
The process
No,
is
I
the
don't
better-
like the process.
See, because for me, I don't like chocolate, so I've
Chocolate?
never really had a s'more.
Totri is a corporate building.
What, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totri is like a let's go camping and then rents an RV.
Yeah.
No. Whoa.
No,
That is the most offensive thing you've ever
that's
said to
offensive.
me.
He's a glamper.
Yeah, he's got like a special cabin.
He's got air conditioning in his tent.
Yes.
I mean,
I don't like sleeping on the rocks.
who likes sleeping on rocks? You like sleeping on rocks?
No, you put the thing on the rock.
I'll find like a non
I understand.
rock infested
brush.
place. to
Rock
sleep.
infested. The invasive species known as rocks. S'mores are hot in theory. I don't know why I never thought
Why
of
in
it.
theory?
Because I don't like chocolate. So
Oh.
s'mores, I've never
I just
had a
don't like being
s'more.
sticky.
But I love roasted
You're doing it
marshmallows.
wrong, man.
Campfires are just such an elite in general, like
Yes.
just such an elite experience. But I've never thought before to try the cookies and cream Hershey's on a s'mores. That I feel like I would love because I love that chocolate. We need to go camping.
I done had been saying.
I done
We,
Half have been
we need to
said.
do a lot of things.
We do.
I don't think. they're hot.
Well, here's the thing. Let me just. Can I air it out to
Graham
of
crackers also fire.
All of our fans?
Graham, very fire.
Can I just air this out?
Yeah.
We always say these things, and
What
we're-
things?
Can we talk about? We always say these
yeah,
things.
I talk with my hands. We've already
no, but
talked about
it was
this.
more the shoulders. It was
We do always say these things, and we have these great ideas, and they sound so.
We do have
fun
plenty of
and
great
so
ideas.
awesome. And then the second you set a date, the second you want to do things, these two are like, "Well, you see, no, I can't."
bullshit.
We
He's
never
upset
do-
that he's really upset you're not going out tomorrow.
What,
No.
Leah? You got something to say, don't you?
Yeah, you said bullshit. We're trying to plan a trip to Universal. We literally picked a date, looked at flights, and you were like, well,
you see, no.
Me?
Yes.
When did we look at
I will
flights?
pull up the receipts.
Damn.
Yes.
When did we look at flights?
I looked at flights.
All right.
The only conversation about Universal I remember having is when we left Fort Peak the last time.
This is why I'm not in charge of booking the tea time, because I'll book one and then it's a you see, thing. I'm gonna let one of you two do it, and then I'll go. I'll always go.
My thing
book
is
it
like
for me.
I don't have clubs or anything, so it's
You can
very
just rent
much
clubs.
well, it very much needs to be something that someone else sets up for me. Otherwise, I'm
So you gotta hold your hand.
a little bit. When it
Okay,
comes to
I will
golfing.
call and do a tea time tomorrow.
How early?
What time works for you, sweetheart?
I mean, any
I feel
time
like you
works for
guys
me.
can figure this out after.
We need to
the
go.
show.
We need to go somewhere closer to me though.
Should we do the last one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
last
do the
one.
last. one.
Okay, hot or not, the Rainforest Cafe.
Hot.
Flaming hot.
Hot as fuck.
It's hot with the exception of the food.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
experience.
But I don't go for the food.
Yeah, you don't.
And
Go
I'm not going for the food tonight.
It's just like
You're
it's
going to
like-
Rainforest Cafe?
I'm going to Rainforest Cafe tonight
for your birthday,
for my
right?
birthday.
Wow, what an iconic spot.
Shane is the biggest 10-year-old ever, and I don't mean that as an insult. It
No,
literally
I'm a large
at all.
10-year-old. Well, I'm going to an actual birthday dinner with my family.
Is that
Oh.
D&B's?
No, we're gonna do a D&D
Yeah.
thing, but
Why did
just
you- what was
probably
that?
like 3 years from now when you actually can
What did I
go.
do with D&B's? I was like,
I didn't see that. That's
Josh and
hilarious.
Charles have never been.
to
You've never
Rainforest?
been?
I've been to Rainforest one time in Niagara Falls, Ontario. Definitely not Niagara Falls, New York, because there's jack shit there. Yeah, you know. It's cool. I'm more of a hard rock guy, to be honest, because
Really?
I like the music and stuff.
Hard Rock's cool, but I don't think anything compares to
What's
when there's
cool?
Hard Rock.
Oh, it sounded like you said Red Rock, and I was just
No.
like,
But nothing compares to a good old
just
fashioned
volcano explosion.
thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Can we do a PHNX? Hey, Max!
No, we can't because we're not allowed to go to the Rainforest Cafe.
Why?
He's like, I've already been yelled at for this.
He's like, we've already tried to do a show there. Yeah, no, it's hot.
Dude, could you imagine a show from the Rainforest Cafe?
A Friday fun day from the Rainforest
Just-
Cafe?
You're doing the show, and all of a sudden the gorillas start screeching, and it's a thunderstorm.
Ooh, no, it'd have to be a Wednesday, and we draft jungle animals.
Yeah.
That'd be hot as shit.
I don't want to offend anyone.
So Rainforest Cafe.
Are they the jungle animals?
Yeah, there's some there. They might.
There's no way there's 15 total jungle animals there.
yeah, but still, if I take
First overall pick.
gorillas and then like
Wrong.
somehow like
No.
an orangutan comes
No.
back to me, orangutans aren't in the rainforest, are they?
I
No.
don't know.
No. If I take a capuchin, there's capuchins hanging on the ceiling.
I'm more of like a.
That's such a niche pick.
I'm a big cat guy.
Yeah, big
Yeah,
cat
but if I
fans
take
go on.
capuchins late, they're gonna be like, brother, why did I just get picked? I want to start that.
No, the Capuchin is going to be loyal to your team, but he's going to wear 32 for each number for each team that's passed on him, including
Yeah,
you. And then
true. He'll let
so
you
he's going to
know
wear
every
three. He's going to wear three
day.
actually. Yeah, Rainforest Cafe hot, the food not,
No, but you don't go for
the experience is cool. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Like I'm not going. For,
Although the one that you're going to,
there's only one in Arizona.
yeah, and there needs to be like the one in Niagara Falls is more standalone. Like there's not like just mall access to it. That part is not.
Well, the I agree. I know what you're
the
saying.
location of yours is not.
But they go. But the farther back you go into the restaurant,
the more
room.
room. Yeah, no, I know.
But yes, I agree. I think it needs to be an entrance to the lobby and the bar area, and then a double door entrance closed off rainforest.
Totri did not expect to have us to have a full.
well, I
conversation.
feel like it's the longest anyone's ever
Oh,
talked
they're
about
not
Rainforest
Elizabeth.
Cafe.
They're not coming with me to the rainforest. Cafe.
Maybe there would be. We can put
We weren't
pictures of our.
invited to
We can put
Rainforest
pictures
Cafe.
of our.
Oh yeah.
Of our golf.
Yeah.
When there was no invite to
No,
Rainforest.
there wasn't. But
That's what
like
I'm
you would
saying.
have driven to Arizona Mills on a Friday night to come with me to Rainforest
For
Cafe.
you, I
Bullshit.
would've.
Bullshit.
For
I
you,
never said I would.
would've.
I
Let's,
never-
hey, let's go to Rainforest Cafe tonight.
All right. No, I'm getting a dog actually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Getting a puppy.
Even in
he's
jokes,
getting another oodle.
even in jokes, Sean can't commit to anything.
If it was, I wouldn't have
Damn.
been. If I was being serious,
Damn.
I wouldn't have committed.
Okay, well that's gonna do it for today.
Safari Friday. What browser do you use?
Brother,
Chrome.
really?
Chrome.
I use Safari.
Yeah. no,
Chrome.
You've been fired.
Listen, no. I use. You always use Chrome, but Chrome takes a lot of power on your computer, and there
Yeah.
was an error where my computer was struggling, so I switched to Safari, and then
you
I
can't go back.
can't go back.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Okay, well that's gonna do it for our show.
Chrome is better though.
Today, head over to PHNX.com today and
Why is
become a
everything
member
Chrome?
of the family, because when you do, you're going to get either a free t-shirt from the locker or your first month for 50 cents just for signing up. Again, if you enjoyed the content, follow us at PHNX_Sun Devils. You can follow me at Anthony_Totri. You can follow Shane at Shane Deef. You can follow Shawn DePaz at Shawn_DePaz.
Supporting basic human rights as always.
Yes, and we will be back again on Monday, live show 3 p.m., where our good friend Mr. DePaz will be in a Halloween costume for the duration of the show. But for now, have a great weekend. Peace.